KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Tano Program. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime limited powertrain warranty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Coming up tonight on Prime Time, a lawsuit filed on behalf of a GPD officer relative to double pay is denied. Plus, as quickly as it arrived, the USS Teddy Roosevelt departs the island after picking up some sailors left behind. And Republicans question salaries for individuals hired to help with the pandemic unemployment program.
Hafare and good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news tonight, police officer Stephen Tupasnia's petition to force the government of Guam to pay double pay to frontliners has been denied by Superior Court Judge Anita Sokola. According to the decision, Tupasnia failed to demonstrate that the police department was closed and further failed to allege that other GPD employees were on excused leave status. Court documents state that by rule, Tupasnia is only eligible for double pay or compensatory leave for hours he works while the other employees are on excused leave. Deputy Attorney General James Canto honed in on this specific portion of the administration department's rule on state of emergency double pay during arguments last week. Ultimately, the court agreed. Tupasnia's attorney Tom Fisher tells KUAM, quote, "We are looking at taking the matter to the Supreme Court. We feel the facts are on our side, the law is on our side, and principles of decency as well. We expect," says Fisher, "to ultimately prevail." The USS Theodore Roosevelt returned to Guam unannounced yesterday to pick up some sailors it left behind, and just as quickly as it sailed in, it's now headed back out to sea. Governor Leon Guerrero and local hotel officials were among the dignitaries invited to today's send-off. The Teddy Roosevelt last left Guam on May 21st after spending more than 2 months in port here to address a coronavirus outbreak on board. A spokesman for Joint Region Marianas confirms that it returned to pick up remaining crew members that were left behind but who now meet return to work criteria. The Navy says any sailors who still don't meet the criteria and require additional time ashore to recover will remain in isolation on Naval Base Guam. They will continue to receive medical care by military medical representatives. Once recovered, transportation will be coordinated to move the sailors on board the Roosevelt or to their final duty station once the TR departs the area on mission. Previously, there was an overflow of hundreds of sailors who were quarantined at local hotels while the Navy completed 100% coronavirus testing. The Navy adds that while the ship was away for about 2 weeks, its Air Wing 11 completed carrier qualifications. We asked if any of the crew were granted shore leave while here. The Navy's response was that the ship is in a fully operational status in support of tasking in the Indo-Pacific. An investigation has been launched into the death of an airman that was found unresponsive on base headquarters Wednesday afternoon at Anderson Air Force Base. The name of the airman is being withheld until his family is notified. The cause of death is currently under investigation. According to a media release from AAFB, our chaplains, mental health professionals, and counselors are available and ready to assist those in need. The number of COVID-19 cases increased by 1 today, according to the latest situation report this morning on Public Health's website. This means that in the past 24 hours, 2 people turned up positive for COVID-19. Both were men, one between the ages of 40 to 49, the other between 70 to 79. One of the new cases was identified through community testing and did not report contact to a confirmed case. The other recently traveled and was identified while staying in a government quarantine facility. This case tested positive through PCR testing at GMH. No information was provided as to whether the 2 new cases were symptomatic. A total of 332 cases were run Wednesday at various labs across the island. Additionally, one of the new positive cases is currently in isolation at the Guam Memorial Hospital. The SIT report does not provide specific information about the positive cases other than one is homeless, a non-resident, and had recent travel to Mexico. The number of COVID-19 cases on Guam now stands at 179. The Governor's Physicians Advisory Group will launch a pilot project to monitor smaller educational institutions that are preparing to open over the summer. As Chris Barnett reports, if proposed guidelines are given the green light by Public Health, the group will monitor the progress and apply lessons learned to the reopening of a larger school system like the Guam Department of Education.
One Love pediatrician Dr. Michael is with the Governor's Physicians Advisory Group, and he tells containing COVID, the group met with the Guam Department of Education a few weeks ago to discuss plans to reopen campuses.
And after the meeting, we realized that there are a lot of smaller schools, some summer schools, language schools, tutoring places, etc., that don't quite fall under DOE jurisdiction.
One such school is the Japanese School of Guam, which plans to reopen over the summer.
So we actually went on a site visit, just yesterday, and they were really excited to kind of show us, like, hey, this is how we're going to be socially distancing kids, like in the parking lot, what we're going to do on the way in, the sinks that they put in. And so we just wanted to see, like, are the guidelines that we're coming up with reasonable and realistic?
According to Dr. the Physicians Advisory Group has sent guidelines to the Department of Public Health and is waiting for approval. Once given, smaller institutions of learning like the Japanese School of Guam would be able to reopen, but will be kept under close watch.
Things work well. Hopefully we can kind of spread it out to some of the slightly bigger schools before having full rollout in the fall with DOE. Because we understand that parents are understandably going to be very hesitant at first to try to send kids in. And this way we can have a smaller, more manageable size to kind of work with and see what works, what doesn't work, what we can work on.
Dr. also says the group has been taking a look at other school systems in other countries. For example, places like Scandinavia, where they've been open for 6 weeks. Sweden never closed their schools, and neither did Taiwan. With Dr. saying more and more evidence is showing that children don't seem to be significant vectors of transmission for COVID-19.
Kids are getting it, but when they get it, we've already kind of accepted that, okay, they're not going to get sick as often or as severely, with the exception that kids under age of 1 and past the teen years, if they do get sick, they do have a slightly higher risk of having a more severe course. But overall, we're seeing that kids are dealing with this a lot better than the adults. And so the concern when we open up the schools is really going to be more of protecting the children from the adults that are there at the school.
Dr. stresses this is not an actual study, but rather a pilot project to see if we can open up schools safely. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Republicans, led by Senator James Moylan, are questioning the compensation packages for individuals hired to help with the pandemic unemployment plan. He points to a project manager position that will be paid more than $163,000, an assistant project manager to be paid more than $150,000, and administrative assistants and customer service representatives to be paid $89,000 and $77,000 respectively. Director De La Sola says the compensation for 31 positions includes salaries and benefits over an 18-month period.
On the government of Guam position descriptions. 31 is not as enough as what I need, but was what was vetted through USDOL and that we thought would get us the necessary staffing from the highest level down to the lowest level to run a program. And we basically didn't have any problems with USDOL. They thought everything that we asked for was reasonable.
The positions will be funded through the Federal CARES Act. Meanwhile, Adelup issued a statement late yesterday saying that the vast majority of states have had to expand existing unemployment programs with lightning speed using a similar process. A Labor Department spokesperson says they will provide us with a copy of the staffing pattern once it's complete. Port Authority General Manager Rory Respicio confirms an internal investigation will be conducted after a port police officer was arrested for sexual assault. 49-year-old Frank James St. Nicholas, who is also a local traditional healer, was arrested after 3 victims came forward alleging he had sexually assaulted them. St. Nicholas was charged with 2 counts each of 3rd and 4th degree criminal sexual conduct. According to court documents, a 23-year-old victim was seeking Chamorro spiritual services from St. Nicholas in January at his Jigo home. St. Nicholas was massaging the victim and then allegedly raped her. He then allegedly told her, "This is good. The spirits would want this." Police continue to investigate similar allegations stretching back to 2017. In a statement, Respicio said he has ordered an internal investigation to address the administrative portion of this matter. This will be separate from the criminal investigation by GPD. He declined releasing further details because he says the matter is under investigation. The 3 defendants facing wire fraud and money laundering charges for their part in a federal bid rigging scheme pleaded not guilty. A superseding indictment came down earlier this week on retired University of Guam professor Thomas Marler, USDA employee John Hobart or Bart Lawrence, and his daughter Janika Lawrence. The 3 are accused of rigging bids for UOG federally funded projects from 2012 to 2015. According to court documents, Marler and Bart Lawrence agreed Jayanika would start a business called Sansar Consultants in order to receive work awarded by UOG. Magistrate Judge Michael Bordallo set their next court date for June 16th. And this just in from the CNMI now has a total of 26 confirmed cases of COVID-19. 3 more were announced today. And we'll have more on this on KUAM.com. Be back with more news right after this break.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
During these uncertain times, it's important to remember that we are in this together.
The Calvo's Insurance team has continued to service the needs of our customers.
As in the past 80 years, you can count on us to be here when you need us most, when it comes to your health and the health of your family.
Let's continue making the right choices by staying home, staying safe, and staying healthy.
We are all in this together, and together we will rise again.
In this time of change, there is one thing we can do together. Respond to the 2020 Census of Guam. Every response will help Guam get the resources we need for healthcare, education, emergency services, infrastructure, and so much more. These resources are critical to the growth of our island for the next 10 years and beyond. We cannot do it alone, but together we can make a difference. Let's start now.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Welcome back. The debate continued today on the multi-million-dollar GovGuam health insurance bill. The measure by Senator Pito Terlahi seeks to provide a choice in insurers for employees. The measure has now been amended that will allow all minimally qualified proposals to be presented by to the governor. She will choose the most economical and beneficial health insurance plan, which the bill defines as the lowest cost option.
Yes, of the remaining qualifying plans, and the employee or retires may, notwithstanding any other provisions of law, rule, and regulation, choose one of the remaining qualified plans. Any difference and premiums should be paid by the employee or retirees at their own cost.
But Senator Mary Torres points out that while the government can set its limit on what it will pay, individual employee costs are likely to rise.
What we're debating, the concern that I had with that, and that's why I want to clarify that, is that the pricing, there's no guarantee of what that price will be. When you put in a proposal, assuming you're going to have a large number of employees subscribe, the unit price is always cheaper. If you go with a scenario where just a few will subscribe, the unit price will of course go up.
Discussion on the bill will resume tomorrow. Session is scheduled to reconvene at 10 a.m. Their offices may have been closed, but their work has only increased. Village mayors were reunited for the first time since the COVID-19 shutdown and shared their experiences during their first in-person Mayor's Council meeting since February. MCOG President Melissa Savares called the meeting to order this week at the Dededo Senior Center, and Agana Heights Mayor Paul McDonald was one of the first leaders to speak out.
There's not one agency that has done as much as we did, meaning our maintenance workers, ourselves, and then we actually went out there and did what we can to assist our constituents.
The mayor said they lost sleep knowing the troubles their residents were faced with, ranging from families in need of food to Manamco without a senior center they heavily depend on, and the homeless community receiving little to no assistance. Savares followed McDonald voicing the same sentiment, only a little louder.
On the facility. You know what? Whatever's going on down at the legislature, none of us have ever asked, are we getting 10%, 15%, or 25%? Okay? That has never came into our minds about how much percent are we getting to take care of our people.
A variety of other items were on the agenda, such as bills on double pay, hazardous pay, health insurance, and Heroes annual leave. Executive Director Angel Sablon said a letter was sent to senators on a pay variance, asking them to create a hybrid of all the double pay bills to create, quote, one clean bill that the governor can support and settle this once and for all. Week 6 of the University of Guam's virtual conference series on island sustainability features all women entrepreneurs. The theme for tomorrow's panel, Women's Business Leaders, Sustainability Solutionaries. University of Guam Senior Vice President Dr. Anita Borja Enriquez refers to this session as the spirit of care, as she describes the panelists as women with nurturing hearts of cares, striving to do more by going above and beyond to make the world a better place to live.
A different story, but the common thread that I've been able to assess just from my cursory review of their backgrounds and the organizations that they have either founded or are an integral part of, is that they all exemplify what I've always known from, from our women leaders, especially from our mothers and our grandmothers, is this incredible spirit of care.
Tomorrow's keynote speaker is Amanda Ellis. She is the Director of Global Partnerships for the Global Futures Laboratory and the Executive Director for Hawaii and Asia Pacific for the Julie Ann Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability at Arizona State University. The session begins at 9 a.m. Registration is free and open to all on www.uog.edu/CIS2020. The Guam Department of Education's second grad and go commencement ceremony was on the campus grounds of John F. Kennedy High School. KUAM's Adriana Cotero takes us to Upper Tumon for the celebration.
There's no denying islanders are resilient. The people of the Pacific have endured more than most with tropical storms and natural disasters, and still standing up tall. And a public health emergency isn't going to stop JFK Islanders from yet again standing up and facing adversity, explains Rosemarie Camacho, mother of her graduate, Jacob Camacho.
Mom is so proud these kids were born during 9/11. I was pregnant with him when the planes hit the Twin Towers, so they started with adversity and they overcame, and they are still continuing to overcome adversity from birth to graduation.
Parents proud of their children, and John F. Kennedy seniors proud to be crossing the graduation stage, receiving their diploma in hand and turning their tassel, ready to embark on the next stage of their lives.
It feels great though, because I finally get to finish high school after 12 years of this. Yeah.
And what are your future plans?
Just to be a firefighter and go to DC.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. So how about your community? I
Yeah.
see. Now we saw your community all come together today to help put this ceremony on, despite that we're in the midst of a pandemic. How do you feel?
I'm still a little bit worried because of the coronavirus still going around, but I'm glad we got to celebrate our day for graduation.
How do you feel with the ceremony being a grad and go ceremony?
It's better than nothing, honestly. Hopefully, a lot of people can appreciate. Just stay strong. Everyone just stay safe, take precaution, and God bless.
Dressed in their green and gold cap and gowns, making history with their personal protective mask on. A grad and go drive-through commencement ceremony was held by Guam Department of Education this afternoon.
I'm glad for them especially for my mom, because she really deserves to actually get that satisfaction. So.
It was good. Not exactly the graduation I was expecting, but hey, same goes for all of us.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that, whenever they were discussing about graduation, it almost wasn't even going to be possible, but then they came together and they ultimately came up with the grad and go ceremony.
I'm just glad it was possible.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Your island is proud of you. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
All right, go Islanders. Coming up, we find out what Maniello has been up to. Stay with us.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
For all those going out each day, doing what they can to hold us all together, we're here to help those helping us all by keeping our lights on.
restaurants are still cooking up your favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner plates and have them available for carryout and delivery. Call them in Tamuning at 647-5464 or in Dedito at 637-5464 and order for carryout. For delivery, please download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get King's delivered to your door. Be safe and stay healthy until we see each other again at King's.
Maniello has been out and about helping island residents during tough times. Executive Director Samantha Taitano talked with Bree and Chris this morning on containing COVID.
We bring on a group or individuals who are doing things to make Guam a better place during the time of the COVID. And so we're going to bring on Samantha Taitano from Manetlu to talk about, they're just, I don't even know if we have enough time to talk about all the good work. Chris and Sabrina here. Samantha, good morning.
Hi, Sam. Good morning, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. Now, I guess we'll just first start. Tell us a little bit about the group, because I know that we had the Micronesian Resource Center, and then you guys kind of like joined forces, right?
Yes. So we're Manetlu. We're formerly Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Guam.
Nice.
And so we kind of made the transition to localize the program in 2018. And so the Micronesian Resource Center is actually a division of Manetlu.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so we're one organization, and so we do a lot of the focus on youth, and then they do a lot of focus on helping migrant families really transition to, their new lives here on Guam and understand laws, helping them get connected to resources. So that's what we do.
And let's talk about, we're going to pop up the pics here. It's funny because I asked you and Ed, hey, send me some pictures of all the good work you did, and then my crashy iPhone. I got so many pics of the great things you guys are doing. So we have a few minutes here before the top of the hour, so I don't know if we can get to every single great thing that you guys have done, but just if you could, Samantha, just reel off some of the things you guys have done during the COVID that have really meant a lot to not just the people you've helped, but to you yourself.
Okay, so one of the big things that we've been doing, which the Micronesian Resource Center has been doing, is really translating the different information into the different Micronesian languages. So we translate to Chuukese, Pohnpeian, Kosraean, and then we just recently added Yapese. So we're just trying to make sure that everybody has the information that they need. And then also the Micronesian Resource Center has been assisting people with applying for new and existing public benefits. A big thing that we've also been doing is we partnered up with Kadu, the restaurant in Manilao, and Grab and Go. And we've been providing families with meals on a weekly basis. For our program, we reach about 350 people in a 2-week span. But I know that Kadu also provides meals to Catholic Social Services and Salvation Army. Another big thing that we've been doing is something we call Nenny News. And this has been airing on PBS, and it's on YouTube. And it's a way to get families to interact with their children and to kind of highlight the positive things that they've been doing in the community. So it's just viewer-created content. They just send in videos talking about, how the kids are staying happy and healthy while they're at home. So, and then, we've gotten a lot of, positive responses from other organizations who want to donate, food and supplies. So some of them are the Guam Association of Realtors, Guam Women Memorial, Bank of Guam. So all of them have kind of made some sort of donation to us. Also Nissan Guam, they've helped us by getting us one of those COVID recovery kits because the Micronesian Resource Center is helping people by appointment only at their office. So just to make sure that, our staff and our clients are staying safe, they've, provided us with some essential items.
MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment. Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Your health and safety is our business. Protect your employees and customers with APEC Professional Services. Our certified team uses EPA-registered disinfectants and CDC-approved procedures, proven to aid in the fight against coronavirus and other harmful microorganisms. Prevent reinfection through disinfection. Call our office at 477-7310 or our 24-hour rapid response hotline at 858-2852. Keep Guam safe with APEC Professional Disinfection Services.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
All right, everybody, 4th of June birthdays, let's go. Happy birthday to Lillian Uggan, a hardworking wife, mom, and grandma. With many more to come, may you have the best day ever with all of our love. Love you always, from kids, grandkids, and Papa. Yeah. And that includes us at KUAM, Lillian. You are amazing. Erwin Jan Hatuea Adonai. Happy birthday, Erwin, from your friends and family. Also, happy birthday number 27 to Ali Rose Paulino. To our daughter, may you have an enjoyable and blessed birthday celebration. Love your family. And belated birthday wishes can never go unstated. So, happy birthday to Bernie Ortega, born on May the 27th. Happy birthday number 90 to Grandpa Bernie. Love your grands, Michael, Tori, Connor, and Ava. What an amazing list, and what an amazing group of Guamanians. So, happy birthday to each and every one of you.